Yeah, honestly, for most interactions with women, I would, especially the kind that, starts going like, without even being, too acquainted with you, going like, yeah, you should really talk about your problems and shit. It's like, no, I should not talk with people I'm not absolutely sure about my problems or my emotional state. I should absolutely not. Yes, as I said, get yourself a few good friends, or, if you are smart enough to not completely break all communication with your family. Family is also a very good point of contact to talk about stuff like this, because there's a good chance they're not going to use it against you and they're going to use it to try to manipulate you and shit, which is just a better option.
Good. Everybody better dress out every class. If you don't, it's a 0. Hit the locker rooms. I'll see you back.
Let's see here.
I like some wild porn here and there. And hanging me from the bleachers with a rope weak enough to
That's
snap
where we're
right
supposed to
before
go.
I choke to death. I'm sick of all of it, and I guess you ought to be on that list too, huh?
Hey, what are you cripples doing? Finding new things to cut yourselves with?
Well, actually, this weirdo is just hitting on me. Can you believe it?
Wow, Jeff, didn't know you liked girls.
Who is this Jeff you speak of? The name's Jeffrey, thank you.
Yeah, see, more of that cartoon-sounding shit.
He won't
I
stop
mean, that's not really
talking to you or
cartoon
something?
sounding shit. It's just like, okay, listen, I have a name. I would very much prefer you to
You're
call
hard
me.
enough to listen to, sure.
Oh, please, no. Not in the face. My glasses are brand new. Can't we just read some manga instead?
I mean, I would agree. Reading some manga sounds like a better time. Would enjoy that more.
Hey, how you doing?
Just coping.
Coping with what?
Just the power I have as a girl.
Did you come here from the feminist seminar?
No, Jim.
What happened?
Like, okay, I pretty much just got the lacrosse kid to beat the shit out of the anime kid.
Tell us. I wanted to watch.
Wasn't much of a fight, honestly.
Oh, did he do the nerd fight thing where he just hugged onto him really tight? Yeah, fine with missing that.
Dude, it's not even the fight. Just like how I got it to happen. I
mean,
didn't
what were you
promise
expecting
a
to happen?
date or sex or anything, and he just went with it.
The way you're processing this is kind of scary, to be honest.
What? You never manipulated someone before?
No, I technically do it all the time. I've just never verbalized it like that. Are we bad people?
I don't know.
In this particular
I'm still
regard,
just
yes,
trying to
very much so.
process why he'd fist fight for someone he barely knows.
Because you're pretty?
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty what?
No, you're just really pretty.
But like that pretty? No way.
If you're gonna be one of those girls who fish for compliments 24/7, I'm gonna find someone else to sit with.
No, seriously, like what are they worked up over?
You're cute, long flowing hair, and
The boobs.
big boobs.
Okay, I was
Mostly the boobs.
Knew it.
But seriously, like, why aren't we consciously using this to our advantage?
Not like women don't
Using
do
being
that.
Pretty. It's called stripping.
Yeah, just need to go that far.
Who never had the conversation we're having right now. Dumb bitches who are like, wow, everyone's so helpful. You really think he's nice because he's into me?
And that's like half my friends. Oh my god. What? No way.
And then, oh no, I'm 26 and ran out of guys hitting me up. Life is so unfair.
Well, does anyone really run out of guys?
That's the good thing, actually. Because you see, that is something many, many women seem to forget. In their younger years, in their 20s, into their 30s, they're like, man, everyone around me who's male does whatever I want for me. Isn't that nice? Well, they do that because you're pretty, and they hope that they can get you in bed at some point. And then comes the hour of truth. Once you're starting to get into your 30s to your mid-30s, and you suddenly realize, man, my fertility kinda trending. I would really like to settle down now. Now I have a body count in the triple digit at this point, and for some reason none of the men, the hard-working men who, instead of, just playing around, have worked hard and established themselves, want to marry me. How could this be? Well, that is quite easy. A, you're not nearly as good looking as you were in your 20s any longer, and B, the very moment a man smells that your body count is in the fucking triple digits, he's gonna be like, fuck that. You're a walking venereal disease, bitch. I'm not gonna stick my fucking thing in there. Obviously. And that is nice, because that leads to very, very, very frustrated, somewhat older woman who really can't understand how reality could change like that. Isn't that sad? Well, not really. That is how cat ladies are made, by the way. If you're ever wondering, yes, that is how cat ladies are made. They just live with their cats. There's nothing else to them any longer. Justice. Justice indeed. Because if you rely on one thing and one thing only, and that thing is a resource that naturally runs out, Like, for example, if you're, decently enough looking and you find the idea of selling all of your shit on OnlyFans like a good idea, yes, for a few years it might be. However, if you start doing OnlyFans only, instead of getting yourself a degree or something, at some point you will find yourself without a source of income. Well, or a very much reduced source of income, because some people will still be into, grandmas, I guess. But most people won't. It's satisfying, isn't it? Well, back to these manipulated bitches.
Good ones, real quick.
Oh yeah.
Ah,
So this new philosophy, unveiled manipulation. How long are you running with it? Till graduation?
Till death.
then you can only hope that you die while you're still looking smaxy, because otherwise that ain't gonna work long. Just saying, just saying.
So, it's been a few months since we moved. How's school going?
Like, academically or socially?
Everything, anything.
Honestly, it's going pretty good.
Oh, that's great to hear. I know moving schools can be hard.
And if I cared, it absolutely would be. But Mom, I figured out that if you just don't engage with other people's emotions or desires,
But we've been through this, haven't we?
Excuse me?
Like, I'll put it like this. Anytime a guy asks for my company, asks me out, asks for anything, and I make decisions entirely for myself, not concerned with their feelings, there's no stress.
Honey, that sounds a little mean-spirited, don't you think?
Yeah, well, what's the alternative? Being used to do shit? People, especially men, are the perfect pawns when you don't give a fuck about them or whatever they want.
I won't argue.
As I said, that is a very
I'll
limited
just hope
type
you learn
of
how to interact like a human being when you're a senior.
So you're telling me it's a requirement for women to be pushovers or we're sociopathic? What the fuck happened to feminism, Mom?
Nicole, I don't know any woman who actively considers feminism. We vote and work. It's just a fun thing to say.
Pretty
Well,
much,
fuck
yeah.
feminism. I'm starting Nicoleism.
Yeah, we've been through this. She's got to start a cult.
Yeah, the main concept is girls removing all emotional attachment from anyone.
I'm sure you'll meet a nice boy soon and you'll be all over this.
How can I meet a nice boy when all men are just rapists and pedophiles? Is fucking kids nice, Mom?
This conversation is over.
Fair enough. As a parent, I would also, at this point in the conversation, go like, you know what? This ain't gonna work. I'll excuse myself on the
So
conversation.
you see, the aperture actually gets wider the lower the
Yeah, we've been
f-stop
through this.
gets.
Let's zap forward a little bit.
Now, Nicole,
And then we go do a passive-aggressive eye roll, apparently.
Okay, fine.
wonderful. As I was saying,
You can't talk like that to her.
I can talk any way I like,
You can,
Jessica.
he's a teacher.
That's not my name. See? You don't respect any of the girls. A guy could just whip his dick out in here and you just politely say, that's enough.
You're on thin ice right now.
You're on your
Yes.
fourth wife right now because you couldn't make it as a photographer.
I mean, to be fair, a nice boy in his teenage years is
That's
a
it. Both of you have
not
to drink
impossibility to
this
find,
afternoon.
but it's rare. Rarer as the rarest metal, because in their
like I see
brain,
you two every
swimming on
Swear to
hormones,
God,
what do you
it wasn't
think?
even our fault.
What she said,
Is in there.
except for the swear to God part. I'd like to think God isn't keeping tabs on 17-year-old girls.
Oh yes, and he's
so
probably
in
not
your
happy.
Spiritual worldview, God only keeps tabs on fully matured women?
Yeah, Miss Lynn, back that divine ass up.
Enough! When it comes to repeat offenders, it's no longer a them problem, it's a you problem.
And?
Yeah, I really don't see what you're getting at.
Would either of you like to explain to me why you're in my office from photography yet again?
Nicole?
What?
Yes, Nicole.
Do
me.
tell. And we shall lie, and lie some more.
He didn't already tell you?
Oh, he did. I'm just curious to hear your side of the story.
And Mr. White said,
Said you were talking out of turn with extreme vulgarity.
well, yeah, you would too if he was groping you all over mid-lecture.
Excuse me?
Yeah, what?
Mr. White is a pervert and he's been pulling this shit for like years now.
Really now?
Oh, you don't believe me?
Mr. White has
Your
many
friend
problems, but
Jessica
he's
here
actually
was
one
there
of those who's
too,
not
and
much
also
into
seemed
pedophilia.
quite surprised at
A
you.
bit into that whole white supremacy thing,
She's
but,
just in shock from years of abuse.
you know,
You could call it that.
I see what's going on here. Just because I'm an openly feminist woman in power doesn't mean I'll believe any girl who walks in with a last-minute accusation.
Well, I guess you're just a non-feminist woman in power because I'm catching ours left and right from this fucking guy and you don't even believe me.
Oh, would you like me to call your parents then? It's so serious, they should know too, don't you agree?
Oh my god.
Yeah, do it.
I'll be in the back room then.
What are you doing?
Not getting in trouble?
What if she calls my parents too over this shit? I don't want to deal with this, Nicole.
Relax, I'll just tell everyone he threatened to kill you if you squealed.
This isn't Juilliard. I can't fake that.
Look, she probably won't even call yours anyway. Don't freak out over it.
Let's hope you're right.
She
I'll take you
should.
to court if I have to.
That is going to be one hell of an interesting court case. What's your evidence? Well, it's what you say against what he
Nicole,
says.
why was your principal on the phone telling me you may or may not have been sexually assaulted?
Oh, that. It was probably just an April Fool's prank.
It's October.
No, yeah, I know that. It's actually school pride week where we just do the holidays all fucky. Thursday's Rosh Hashanah. Could I pass for Jewish?
What bush are you beating around here?
Okay, fine. My photography teacher was getting really touchy-feely with,
Touchy-feely where? Where did he touch you?
my essential areas.
Are you being serious with me? If not, you're in big trouble.
Well, in that case, Mom, I wouldn't joke about this. His fingers were like in.
I believe you, sweetheart.
You really shouldn't.
Awesome. You rock, Mom. So what's for dinner?
But if this really happened, I'm not very fond of your principal's dismissive tone.
Hey, the
I
principal
never
is
thought we'd
awesome,
have to
eh?
do this at a school so nice, but I'm calling a lawyer.
Yeah, that's double down. That's a good idea. Yeah.
No, wait, you're actually gonna do something about it? Aren't we broke?
No, I just tell you that so you never ask me to buy you things. This is serious.
Wow. I mean, you know good lawyers?
I've been married 8 times. I'm well connected.
I'm not
Well,
surprised.
Good. Let's pin Mr. White and his child molesting ways.
How exactly does he even isolate you? There's so many people there as it is.
A good question, isn't it?
Isolate? I don't get it.
Well, he has to get you girls alone somehow to have his way.
You would assume so, yeah.
Yeah, no, he just does it right in the middle of class.
You're joking.
Yeah, just grabbing titties with no shame. He threatens to kill us if we tell anyone.
That is unfucking believable.
Yes,
I
it is
know.
very
There's like
unfucking
29 of us,
believable.
That's a whole lot of killing.
You know what? I'm just seeing red right now. I will spare no expense to make sure this pervert's under the jail.
I mean, come on, at least get him for his,
So,
racism.
Nicole, in your own words, what happened at school on the day of the 18th?
Yeah, okay, so I'm just doing my makeup in class, not bothering anyone or anything, and Mr. White had a huge problem with that.
He should as a teacher.
I see. Go on.
His face was totally calm while he proceeded to flip the whole desk over. And it's an art class, so the table's huge, big enough for 4 kids.
Mm-hmm.
Really now?
Yeah,
Interesting.
he grabbed me to a standing position, getting right behind and grinded against me. In front of all the students, too. Then his hands started massaging my breasts. It was so...
Wait, I'm sorry. One hand on both of them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I hope the jury notes these logistical inaccuracies.
They should.
Well, see, I'm a tiny 17-year-old minor, and his man hands were more than big enough to wrap around half my body.
I'd be
Fine then. Continue.
finding that rather unbelievable,
So
but
then
fair.
he's poking his tongue all over my neck and whispering things I'd rather not repeat.
And look, that she still,
You're
no matter what she
under
does, she
oath now,
still just
Nicole.
looks dead in the eye and goes like, "Ah."
Well, you asked for it. He called me his voluptuous teen property and said my sexual willingness would pull a fine ransom on the black market.
All right. Enough of this.
No, this is hot. Keep going.
This
Fucking
is
guy.
quite the imagination you have. But really, people?
Yeah.
Are we going to believe this charade when the schools show no other evidence of misconduct from its faculty? You have a lot of explaining to do. We'll wait.
Yeah, let's apparently continue to write this
So
all
just
the way
'cause no one
down.
said anything means it isn't happening?
You all have internet and texting now. Surely it would have gotten out.
Pretty
Even
much.
if someone did say something, who's better connected? The 16-year-old girl who doesn't hang out at the local sports bar? Or some dipshit with a whistle who knows 12 synonyms for quarterback?
And what's the implication here?
Men listen to other men? Male teachers, male superintendent, male security
You have a
guards,
female
male
principal.
everything.
Your argument
Male
falls down.
everything. However,
Mhm.
a female
An
principal.
openly feminist female
When
principal.
you look like Miss Lynn, you could be governor, let alone principal.
Are you telling the jury she's only in that position because of the physical favors she can offer as a woman?
And to be fair, she
No,
does that,
it's
but
not a woman thing, it's a she's attractive thing. You think ugly bitches get handouts?
Could we please show the jury a faculty headshot of Principal Lynn?
What the fuck does this have to do with anything?
You're in the court of law. Please act like it.
You're beating around the bush. The gym teacher has asked me out like 3 times since I've been here, and the counselor gives every girl a lecture on normalizing pedophilia.
That he does, yeah. The school is kind of
Now,
fucked.
surely you don't believe this?
No,
Let me
that's
read
actually
the
true.
last few texts from Coach Colby then. Hey, sexy, you up? How deep is your throat? I want to murder my wife and shower you in the life insurance payout. And they
That
still
sounds like
have
the
this
coach.
guy? Why is he able to be on the payroll?
Settle down. Mr. Colby was fired and incarcerated months ago, promptly after a few reports.
You just said no one ever reported anything like 5 minutes ago.
Damn it!
Yeah, damn it, indeed. To be fair, that was a bit, you
Coach
know.
just texted me again. Hey, honey, just got out of jail. Good news, they're giving me my job back so we can still hang out.
Great.
Nicole, you've been my hardest cross-examination yet.
Oh, well, you've just been a bitch in general. Go iron your Mickey Mouse tie.
And that school really doesn't give a shit, does it? The poor principal, though. He's actually doing a pretty good
It's been
job.
about a year since the trial. We won $500,000 in the civil suit, and
Nice.
I immediately dropped out and moved to LA.
But that's not gonna
Dressing
last then.
nice and maintaining my new expensive drug habit is cool, but the school's tax dollars paying for it is so hot. I met another Nicole while I was out here. She's kind of famous.
Yeah, those 500k are not gonna last you long then. Because, you know, drug habits are rather pricey. Now let's all hope that, you know, most schools are smart enough to not rehire a motherfucking pedophile the second time. They fire him, they immediately get rid of him when he's out of prison. Imagine the interview. So, I can see here on the record that you've been to prison. Yeah. So, I hate to ask this, but what were you in for? You know, pedophilia. Everything works for everyone, but me every time. I'm harassed, they tell me to get over it. Someone desirable is harassed and they get the world as consolation. Yeah, I mean, it's really not gonna. I mean, LA is a shithole, no question about it, but it's a pricey shithole. And if you also have a nice and pricey new drug addiction to go off as well, yeah, those 500k are gonna be gone fucking hard. That's not gonna last long. Really not last long. Especially if you're not having any income during the time you spend that. Now then, we go back to the gym and do this shit again, apparently. And go from there.
Good. Now everybody better dress out every class. If you don't, it's a
Because I like some wild porn here and there.
Let's
And
do
hanging me
this.
from the bleachers with a rope weak enough to snap right before I choke.
It's apparently quite the same, so we're gonna skip quite a lot of this.
Nicole.
We're gonna do this again.
Yes, Nicole.
We're gonna lie some more. We're gonna double down
And if
again.
this really happened, I'm not gonna-
Beep.
Are we
And
going
then
to
we avoid getting
believe
murdered
this
after he's fired.
I mean, I already explained it, didn't I?
You know what I
Ah.
mean. Why isn't the rest of the faculty testifying in your favor? Any further details?
The whole thing was kind of fuzzy.
Fuzzy or abstract?
Fictional.
Made up?
All right!
Mm,
All right. What?
I made it up. The whole thing.
yes, you did.
I knew you'd crack eventually.
But how can you blame me? Just trying to put on my makeup and he belittles me in front of the whole class. You'd want to get even if you were in my position too. It's hard being me. Can anyone understand that?
Yes,
I
very sad.
understand. This case is over.
It is. It should be
Needless
over.
to say, Mom was pissed.
You don't say.
I was like, but I thought we should tell the truth. And she was all, not in court, bitch. So we got buried in legal fees, lost our home, lost everything. Mom found another husband and said I could rot under a bridge for all she cared.
Mm,
I opted for the cardboard box. At least I can decorate it. Lesson learned, though. I learned honesty makes your life way harder than
there's a
easy.
place for honesty. In front of a court, when you are the one paying for the fucking court to assemble, that's not the place for honesty. If you're that deep in, you better stay deep in. Wanna come over? You can stay with me. Ugh. I mean, I guess she's still looking pretty smexy, so I guess she can get somebody to invite her home. I mean, she should probably clean herself up. Being homeless does horrible things to your personal hygiene. Really not a good idea. Now then, to do. Okay, so we basically go down the same road with one different choice again. You can absolutely feel that we're getting close to the end because basically at this point we are repeating lots of things.
Good. Now everybody better dress up.
We're gonna go this, we're gonna do this,
And
we're
hanging me from the
gonna
bleachers with a rope
this.
weak enough to snap right before I choke to death. I'm sick of all of it, and I guess you want to be on that
Honestly,
list
the,
too,
the,
huh?
the main aspect of a good lie is always that you stay consistent. Even if it's an absurd lie, you stay absolutely on course. Because otherwise you're gonna get fucked. And the legal fees for being caught lying and accusing somebody unjustly, those can fuck you very hard. And then you can't tell you what to do.
Now nothing. Literally, go fuck yourself.
Badly.
How dare you? How dare you disrupt my lecture? It's disrespectful to me and your classmates.
You can't trick anyone here into being mad at me when no one gives a shit about your class in the first place.
Well, how would you like a failing grade? How would all of you like a failing grade?
I mean, I guess it's fine. It's an elective.
Yeah, Mr. White, you can't keep us from graduating. You tell him, Nicole.
Shut the fuck up, you finger skateboard bitch.
Dude, I was just trying to help.
Yeah, you were trying something.
How would you like a visit to the counselor's office? The principal's office?
Hey, if you think not listening to you talk is discipline, then I'm gone, no problem.
Out now!
That guy though.
Again, Nicole.
Can we just pretend you said a lot of stuff so I can leave early?
The principal ordered for you to be in this room for 1 hour.
Well, I order no mayo at Dairy Queen, but you still see them slapping the shit on.
And what do you mean by that? How are you feeling?
I'm saying if a whole company like them can't get my order right, then what's one guy like you? Mistakes happen. They can try again after the next soccer practice.
I think we got a bit sidetracked here.
No, not just sidetracked. I fucking derailed this shit.
You did. You're pretty good at
Talking
this.
out of turn in class, bullying classmates, talking back to faculty. Is this really the legacy you want to leave here?
I mean, to be fair, she is at a shit school. I'm just saying, she really is at a fucking shit school, to put it mildly. I mean, let's just count. I mean, the principal doesn't give a shit about most things, which is fair to be fair. You know, she has a cushiony job. She's well and truly the point enough where she can get away with not giving much of a shit. However, there are a few shit things he should give a shit about. A, the coach is a fucking pedophile. The counselor is a fucking pedophile who openly advocates for pedophilia, which makes it even worse. Although, to be fair, the coach has a spy cam in the locker room, so that kinda, you know... Yeah. Their photography teacher is a literal white supremacist. Who's very much into that whole Aryan thing. I still blame the principal, though, mind you. I see no problem with that. I don't even think that is a morally grey area. Why would I? It's not my problem. It's not my school. I'm not a student here. In fact, considering the apparent hiring practices, I'm pretty sure I could get a job there. I'd be one of the best teachers they ever had. Because I'm not, you know, that fucked yet. That's something, yeah. Oh, where do we go from here? It's high school, who gives a shit? That's a fair point, yes. That is actually the perspective you should have. It's just high school, you shouldn't give much of a shit. Get in there, get yourself a nice diploma while you're going out, and that's it. The rest should not really matter that much. You know, I'm gonna make a save game here because we have been redoing some parts quite often, and in case I need to return to this part, I would rather shorten the distance. So, how is there anything we need to do here? Apparently not. No, apparently not.
I'm sorry, legacy?
Yeah, it's a good point.
Your mark, your impact left on the student body. Graduation's only a few months
Which
away.
will be none.
See, I'm glad you brought that up. I will literally never see any of these people again after graduation.
Well, a good chance of that, yeah.
There's no point in socially trying with anyone here.
You must have someone you'd like to stay in touch with after graduation.
Nope.
Not even your friend Jessica?
Jessica's like, okay, but I'm not going out of my way to hang out with her. Isn't legacy for like a major career or something?
Your high school career.
Oh, is this a career now? What's my salary? A $2 lunch and 20 years of sexual harassment trauma?
Such pessimism at such a young age. When you're an adult, you learn how to truly love
I know,
life.
you just
Oh,
learned
I'm
that
sure there's
alcohol helps a
tons of
lot.
life to love. None of it having anything to do with this high school. Why would I care what some kid sitting 2 rows back from me thinks?
It's not about right now. It's the tons of fun memories you can revel in years after college.
Okay, I know you work here and employee culture keeps your checks signed, but anyone well into their 20s still thinking about how high school was is a fucking waste of space.
Perhaps I should introduce you to some of our class of '87 alumni. Many of them are teachers here today.
So they're the lower middle class of 87? No thanks. So fuck photography.
About Lee.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mr. White acts like his class is so goddamn important. We can take pictures with a camera phone. Who even needs a camera anymore?
Not a camera,
Exactly.
it's just a
Many
camera.
teach electives get so insecure when they realize they can't stop anyone from growing.
And I make this point once more. You would assume that things like photography would actually go over well with the girls, considering their absolute insane need to take photos of themselves every goddamn fucking time. I would assume if you were to go in there as a teacher and go like, listen, I'll make sure that by the end of this particular year, your fucking selfies look like 1,000 times better. There'd be some interest there. However, apparently he has not yet figured out that that would be a good approach. Oh well.
Graduating.
Fuck him, I
Bitch, be
suppose.
happy anyone even took your class.
Art course anyway, like doing your makeup's a huge step down.
What's up, you whores?
Him
Wow.
again.
Hi, Kyler.
You shit talking Mr. White? Yeah, he probably deserves it.
What do you want?
Alright, damn. Did you guys get an invite to Kelly's pool party?
I remember we did
It's
this, didn't we?
October.
No, her parents are like really rich. It's Glaston and everything.
Yeah, we went through
Pool
this.
stuff is sick. They got those 4-foot-long syringe water gun things.
What are you, 10?
Whatever. Just a little
I still
fun on
repeat
the
my point.
side, we'll pick it up,
Water guns are
bitches.
fucking
I've
awesome.
been here for a year and never once heard of someone having sex with you.
I've been here since 3rd grade and haven't heard it.
Nuh-uh. Remember freshman year with Jenny Fillmore?
She was unconscious. How do you still brag about that?
How is he
You're like
not
the
getting in
reason
trouble
they
for
have
that?
women's college.
Okay, old news, whatever. You have invites or not?
Yeah.
Me too.
How did you get one? You haven't even been here that long.
Because I have a nice face and I'm not fat.
You would probably look good in the
Okay,
bikini is
well,
the
can I
main
tag along
argument,
with
I
you
suppose.
guys? This weekend's gonna be so boring if I can't go.
I don't want to be responsible for you ruining the party, but I also don't want to be responsible for you crashing it out of roid rage. Nicole's choice.
Fine. Nicole, I know I called you a whore like 2 minutes ago, but could you let me go with you just this once?
Yeah, this is the one we need for the next two endings. So we're gonna make a save game here so we don't have to go through this shit all over again. Sure. And we don't hang out with rapids, apparently.
No, fuck off.
Fine, be a bitch. See if I care.
You're just mad you can't see us in bikinis this weekend.
What are
He's
you
got
doing?
the internet.
Don't get flustered like that. He's a rapist. Sex turns into violence overnight for those types.
What, like choking and biting?
That and jerking off while thinking about us suddenly turning into Jekka would look so hot with her organs gouged out.
How do you know these things?
I had a brother.
Aha, that's new information.
So, what are you wearing to Kelly's pool party?
Well, summer's over, so no more selling anything.
Hello, girls. Going to
Ah, yeah, he's
pool
got off that
party
shit
in
again,
the
isn't he?
fall?
Yeah, well, I don't know, maybe. I can't find anything to wear for it.
I could help you out with that.
You sell bikinis?
Of course not. But swing by my office later and we can take some measurements for the Home Ec Sewing Club. We'll make sure it fits flawlessly to your every curve.
I do wonder
Gee,
why the
thanks.
school
I'll see you there, maybe.
Have a
has
good
such
day at
problems.
school.
Did he just say your every curve?
He did indeed,
is he
yeah.
allowed to say that?
No,
What are you
not
guys
really.
freaking out about?
I think the counselor might have made an advance at me.
He literally asked you to go to his office, get naked, and be measured.
Yawn. What else is new?
What?
You've gone here longer than me. How did you not notice?
To be fair, he's kind of subtle about it.
He's what
He's
I call
not.
a marathon pedophile.
Ah, yeah, we've been through
Sorry,
this.
but what the fuck is a marathon pedophile?
Mm-hmm.
He tries to make you question society's hatred of pedophilia before he actually molests
And he's not
you.
even making it
Then you'll
good.
feel bad if you tell on him afterward.
So he guilts you so he can make a routine out of it?
Exactly. A predator that plays the long game. A marathon pedophile.
That's like 3 levels worse than what I thought he was gonna do.
Why do you even want to measure you anyway?
For a bikini to wear at Kelly's pool party, he'd have Home Ec make it.
Home ec? What are they gonna make? A fucking felt bathing suit?
I didn't say I was gonna do it. But yeah, I'd probably fall apart after a lap in the pool anyway.
Excuse me? You planned on swimming at a pool party?
What do you do at a pool party?
Sit around and look cute.
Same.
That sounds rather
God
boring.
damn it! Why are they still using combination locks? The school's soft. No one steals shit anyway.
You still aren't dressed?
Yeah, they need thumbprint scanners or some shit. It's 2008. Isn't it the future by now?
You're gonna be late.
No shit. Now, how many spins again?
Nailed it!
What the fuck?
Yeah,
How'd
this
you get in
again.
here?
There's no lock on the doors. Saw it as a great opportunity for an A+ in street photography.
Did your cartoons tell you to do this?
Anime?
Why didn't anime
That
tell
actually
you to
is
not
a-
a cam girl in public or something?
difference,
Oh,
mind you.
Nicole, if your brain was as big as your ample breasts, then maybe you'd understand.
I'm sorry, do you think you're cool right now? You're a freak. Not even the sex fiend counselor wants to fuck you.
Your petty insults will make the development of this photograph all the more satisfying. Cam girls are all cheap digital nonsense. I've captured your succulent figure on medium format film. Every little shadow and highlight of your tantalizing midriff captured the way it was meant.
But she's not even totally
If you're gonna
naked.
sexually
You're missing
harass me,
out.
Could you not talk like a cartoon character while you do it?
I do what I want with my words. I'll also do as I please with this photo.
No, come on, just throw the film out.
I'm afraid I can't do that. Every boy with a crush on you should pay top dollar for these prints.
At least he makes it into a
Maybe
business
I can hang a
opportunity. I still
giant
defend that
poster of
particular
it out
decision.
front, humiliating you the way you've humiliated me time after time.
What? Because I called you a future pedophile in chemistry last year? Kate, sorry, now throw it out.
You won't convince me otherwise.
Huh.
Oh, indeed.
Wait, was I at the wrong locker?
And once again, she just stops caring. She's like, you know what?
Yeah, they really need a lock on that door.
Thanks, hindsight. So what the fuck do I do right now? This is gonna ruin my life.
Yeah, it could be
Why
worse.
can't you tell the principal again?
Because that's fucking embarrassing. Miss Lynn, that mean boy has a picture of my titties halfway out.
Yeah, they'll probably find a way to make it your fault anyway.
I still can't believe he shot it on medium format film of all things. What kind of pretentious dipshit jerks off to film prints?
Her
Well, I mean,
parents
in the
the
past, you
70s?
know, when he didn't have
Wait,
much, you know.
Like film? Like it needs to be developed?
Yeah, he said he was getting it developed at tomorrow's film club.
Break in that bitch. No lab, no developing. If it's some weird format, there won't be another one for miles and miles, right?
Destroying the dark room. Would I get expelled for that?
If you go in after everybody leaves, no one needs to know. Just wear gloves or something so you don't leave fingerprints.
Gloves? If I have any. Will you go with me?
No, it's not my ass on film.
Come on, I'd help if it was you.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, he wouldn't.
Okay, I wouldn't, but...
See?
God damn
She's
it.
even honest
Is it
about
really
it.
the end of the world if people see you in your underwear? You look good naked.
Yeah, exactly. If I had weird tits and a gut, it'd be classified as an artistic nude.
But if you're hot with no clothes on,
It's porn.
fine, I'll drive you over
Yeah.
there. But I'm not stepping a foot
Close
inside
enough, I
that
guess.
place.
Let's go.
And then they slide to victory. Or committing
Wow,
crimes.
I am creative when it comes to destroying things.
Are you done yet?
Yeah, just about. This should buy me enough time to swipe Jeffrey's camera and ruin the negatives.
Hey! Do you have permission to be here?
If I said a teacher told me to meet here for a date, would you go after him or just blame me for that too?
A date in your pajamas. Did he tell you to destroy thousands in school property too? Look at this place. Come with me.
What? It was like this when I sleepwalked in here.
Mm-hmm.
You wear gloves to bed?
A good question, isn't
So
it?
much for Jekka's stupid fucking glove idea. To this day, I genuinely believe sleepwalking would have worked if it wasn't for wearing those. Anyway, I got statewide expulsion. Yeah, I didn't know it was a thing either. Mom refused to move again, forced me to get a shitty job, and hits me to relieve her feelings of disappointment. The deep fryer leaving craters on my face is bad, but anyone from school seeing me is a suicidal experience. Wow, the camera really does add 10 pounds. Fuck off.
I mean, to be fair, you brought this on yourself, so I'm not going to defend you very much. Well, you had options there. Many options. You just didn't choose any of those. Wanna leave? Either for the day or forever, it is always strange seeing them. They look and look away. Where they ask for eye contact, when they wouldn't show me common decency when we were forced in a room together. I go back in the car. When I see someone from there, I think about killing them. I think about killing a lot of people. As do most people, actually. I think about strapping them to a chair and beating their face into pulp of an aluminium bed. Most people don't get that precise, but decided she doesn't deserve beauty. I think most people have, at least, once or twice in their lives, had some rather intrusive thoughts about property damage and violence. A pretty normal reaction. Now, most people are smart enough to not actually follow through. Luckily enough for us. But it's a thing. Well, it happens. Now then, we go back here, because I smartly enough saved. And we go dear Budley.
Maybe, but
Let's see, wasn't that the...
you know where photography?
yeah, where he agrees to destroy the thing.
This weekend.
It's amazing how men will do it.
Yeah, it's like there's laws for it or something.
Yeah, laws of attraction. A nice pair of titties with little to cover them is rather interesting.
Sorry, but
Went through this already.
Shit.
Went through this already. And this happened.
You won't convince
So I'm
Now we are new
totally
territory.
fucked.
Whoa, slow down.
Ah.
It's just a picture of you in your underwear, like no nipples or anything.
Chef it
Now
go,
that you're asking,
1987.
I'm suddenly worried one might have been halfway out or something. Does areola count as nipple?
No, it's quite literally
That's a
called
good
a nip slip.
question.
There's no
Either
nip,
way,
that's
I've gotta
not
stop this from
counting.
being developed. This shit always manages to pop back up in the future.
What future? You say you're gonna kill yourself every other day.
Well, I want to go out as a troubled teen philosopher, not some slut in over her head.
Even in
Oh, we have
death,
much work
you're
to do then.
manipulative.
Sorry if I don't want my legacy to be freaks jacking off to pictures of me.
I would die for half the self-esteem of a girl who just assumes the whole school would jerk off to her.
Do you think I could, like, persuade Jeffrey to just trash the negative?
Yeah, if you
Or
had
rope or
cat ears
something.
and a tail, and we're basically a
I don't
cartoon.
know, just offer a nice little
yeah,
rope at your
it's
titties and
fucked
he's
up, I
probably gonna
forgot.
be like, yeah,
May as well focus
fair enough.
on damage control.
Hmm.
That's all you can do.
Would work. I can see
really
it.
hope there's a bomb threat tomorrow.
I can absolutely see it. Would work wonders.
Yeah, my brother was asking this girl out for like 3 months.
3 months?
Yeah.
Did he ask really slowly?
Okay, let's just get through the first day of the rest of my ruined life.
Hey, Nicole.
Here it comes.
Did you see what happened to the photography room?
Oh. Wait, what?
There's a big crowd up there. It's all in pieces. All these chemicals combined on the floor, too. It's basically mustard gas.
We've been there. It's not.
Uh-oh, got a dip.
What's going on?
Don't play dumb. It's obvious it was you.
And with
Jeffrey's
bored.
given me reason to believe you're the one who destroyed the school photo lab last night.
No. I was at home all night mulling over ways to kill myself.
In my office, now!
That also does not seem like a productive use of your time.
Just want to make it clear one more time that he has no evidence of me doing this.
Well, unfortunately, the breadcrumbs all lead to you. Trying to stop him from developing his picture of you, albeit unflattering, is not a reason to destroy thousands in school property.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Completely
Absolutely
glaze
not.
over the last 10 things I said. He took a picture in the girls' locker room.
And I assure you he'll be dealt with soon. But you'll need to learn how to deal with the consequences of revealing attire. Destruction of property is not one of them.
I was in the middle of changing?
You could have been fully nude. It's still unreasonable.
Wait, I didn't break anything. Fuck what I was wearing.
Out of the 10 students we questioned, no one else had anything close to resembling a motive.
We'll go ask 10 more.
Hey, Miss Lynn, sorry. Just got to school. I'm signing in late again.
In the middle of something here.
Oh, with the student? Nicole? Hey, I did the video. You better
And
make
he's
good with
stupid
that
enough
pool
to just
party
go like,
plus
yep.
What video?
You
Get
don't
me?
remember? If I posted a viral video, you'd let me go with you?
What is this? Get out!
No, wait. It's only like a minute. See?
Yeah?
Yo, what's up? This is Kyler. Let's break this gay-ass photo lab.
Oh my god.
That guy's special.
Nicole, leave my office. Kyler, could I have a word with you?
Yeah, what's up?
You're expelled!
That's kind of what I would expect to happen.
No, what? What's the deal with it?
Here, watch it on my phone.
Crazy, right? Right, Nicole?
Huh? Yeah. He did it. He really did it.
I mean, you kinda asked him. But he kinda said yes. I really expect him to think this through any further than that. I wasn't.
The music of our year was pretty special when you think about it.
Yeah, Soldier Boy wasn't a one-hit wonder. Who knew?
I have distinct feeling we've been here as well.
Gonna die first after high school.
Probably the guy, don't worry about it.
I know we had our differences here and there, but sign my yearbook?
I don't know if this is important. I'm gonna make a second here. Save your game. Oh, let's write something new. So you had hero in your 10 years, not because your book smarts will lead you to better things, but because you've been J for dating a 15-year-old. You're a bitch. Die.
And once again, I can't even begin to describe how proud I am of each and every one.
It seems like a very strange tradition, though, to have people sign your yearbook. Is that really a thing you do? I don't remember doing any of this nonsense. Actually, I don't think we had a fucking yearbook. Oh, that's right, because I left school before.
Principal Lin and the rest of the
I forgot.
faculty, declaring me the valedictorian for class of
I had
09.
forgotten about that particular part.
Schoolwork was always important to me during my tenure here.
Shut the fuck up!
Anyway, perhaps another among us could put it better.
I'm swear to God we've been through this. So is that the ending we already got the first time? I'm pretty sure that is the ending we got the first time. Okay, so that's what they call it.
I'd like to thank our female
I mean, it's not really a problem going through it again. And then we only have 2 left.
The school have treated me here like a sex object.
Get used to it, bitch.
In my 2 years here,
I mean, come on, you know, the whole point is if you're running around with your tits hanging halfway out, yes, men will look, a woman too. Get used to it. And the principal police, sliding away most profanity, which is probably a good decision. I wouldn't want to face the public in this particular circumstances either.
Oh, oops. I was just dropping off my lost textbook check. Awkward.
I was on my way out, just packing.
They make you clear the whole room at the end of every year?
No.
No. They make you clear the whole room out after you're fired.
Whoops.
Your apathy won't work on me, Nicole.
You're not mad?
No, actually. It's been a long time coming. Surprised it didn't happen sooner, to be honest.
I mean, at least she was somewhat aware of how the school was going.
Ignoring it would come back to bite you.
When you fooled around with half your staff, they don't take you very seriously. I know I might seem old to you, but we're actually not too different.
Using our looks to fuck around with people?
That's right. Been doing it since I was your age. Though you really one-upped me. Never letting your emotions trick you into thinking you owed them anything. Rare for a girl your age.
Also pretty psychopathic, but, you know.
I still haven't. In 39 years.
And you're a fucking hot 39-year-old.
And I didn't report teachers for asking students out. Because I didn't want to look stuck up. Sometimes all it takes is one night with someone to feel the need to be loyal.
Ew, you fucked the counselor?
Among others.
Well, I guess
a nice one-night stand that would be.
Men impulsive enough to fuck their boss would also try to fuck kids. I thought you hosted the feminism club.
Politics are fashion. We pick it for a sense of belonging, not change.
Most of us, anyway.
Maybe one day, you'll start your own movement.
The birth of Nicolism.
I already have.
What a great cult that would be. How great it would work out, I'm sure.
I thought about what Miss Lin said for months into my first fully legal summer. The manipulation was still fun. What got harder was the escape plan. Now that I was 18, I couldn't just resort to calling older men pedophiles for dating me. I slowed down a bit.
You don't
I should
say.
Start a movement that makes my attitude more common, but it'd be a ton of work to promote. And that's when I learned the grand irony of being pretty. It destroys your dopamine levels. You don't want to do shit. Dudes just buy me drinks, give me things, everything. What incentive do I have to try?
Well, the fact that you're not going to be pretty forever would be
trying?
the incentive.
Actually, I want a stat on the women who quit their small businesses. What % of them are hot? Or what if their business does really well because they're hot? I guess my point is, if our culture is ran by looks, the stats should take looks into consideration.
They should.
I promise. I'll have a political takeaway from my high school years.
Technically speaking, you absolutely should, because there's absolutely, of course, a certain connection between the amount of shit that people who are considered to be, generally speaking, good looking can get away with compared to people who are not. There's definitely something, yeah. I mean, the whole reason why we try to make our law system, for example, to be as neutral as possible, to not take into account anything that is not, well, part evidence, is of course because otherwise, well, you know, a hot woman crying a river would probably get away with murder. Good thing that we don't do that, for the most part. Yes, truly for the most part. Okay, I have 2 more endings to go. These are described in the lease. That's gonna be interesting. Which means I need to find a way to actually look up that will make this easier for me, because I can't be asked, to put it mildly. Let's see. Do you have a better guide for me that makes this a bit easier for me? I mean, this has pictures, so that's kind of cute. I don't really see it. Which means I need the other one again. I do hate that when they, make everything nice and easy to understand, and for the last show they're like, you know what, we're just gonna... We're not gonna go into details here any longer. We don't care. It doesn't tell me that as well. Come on, I'll make this more difficult than it needs to be. I mean, we can try doing this manually, but I kind of would like to not having to go through that.
No. I could show you around. Like a school. Enough to demotivate an elephant. I got him right here. You want to do?
Good to know. Hey, let's gossip more at lunch. I gotta get to So where are you headed?
This is just now, if this were normal time, I would probably just...
Good. Now everybody better dress out every class. If you don't, it's a...
Cause I like some wild porn. And hanging me from the bleachers with a rope weak enough to snap right before I...
I'm not opposed to that stance. How about... True, yeah.
There's what we wanted to see. Took a bit to get here, but, well, here we are. Save the game, because this is for the last two endings, apparently. And that means we can now go back and actually do this proper. Sorry, keep playing. Wrong button. Main menu. Continue. Okay, we went here.
Now everybody better dress out
Went here.
Cause I like some wild
We
porn.
went here.
And hanging me from the bleachers with a rope.
And we went here.
I guess not.
Okay. We're gonna let this play out until we are back at the decision again, and then we're gonna make the decision and just see the last two endings, and then we have done the first part.
That's nice.
Yeah, will you sit at lunch with me? I got a table all to myself, right outside the pizza line.
I'd like to, but I told
pizza.
someone else I was gonna sit with them today, so sorry.
Oh, who?
Fuck, I forgot I'm new here. Are you gonna buy me lunch or anything, or is this a full-on charity seating?
I pack lunch, but my mom always makes too much. We could share mine. How does that sound?
Your lunch isn't some weird shit, right? Like hot dog slices and white rice?
Nah, good old-fashioned tuna fish sandwiches. A classic if you ask me.
That's a classic indeed.
Easiest sandwich to fuck up.
So, are you going, or...?
Fine.
Awesomeness! I could tell you all about the new cartoon episodes if you missed any last week.
Shucks. Yeah, I've actually missed all the new cartoons for the last 200 weeks.
So behind. Why would you do this to yourself?
Yeah, I have no
Good
idea
question.
why I'm doing this to myself either.
You really should not miss out that much. A month later, once more.
Nicole?
I'm trying to make a depression playlist on iTunes. What is it?
Well, nothing really. I'm just wondering why you've been so exhausted lately.
People, Mom.
You're being
Fair
nice,
point.
right? Trying to get along?
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that's my problem. Never putting up a fight. Never telling men I'm not their emotional wheelchair.
Well, sweetie, I'm not sure if being confrontational is the key to happiness. You're a beautiful girl. Don't have an ugly personality towards anyone.
So I should, like, spread myself thin so anyone can have a place in my life?
Don't put it so negatively. All I'm saying is, be inclusive.
Mm-hmm.
Give people a chance.
What if they're bad people?
I don't believe in anyone being inherently bad.
That's very
yeah,
optimistic.
I guess the pedophiles trying to abduct me on MySpace are just misunderstood.
Always a negative spin. Just promise you'll try. Try to be nice and make time for people. The connections you start early come in handy later on. Don't screw up here.
Ugh, fine.
Thank you. I promise it'll pay off.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be your enabling little princess.
It's a bold statement, because, well, most of the people you met in school, yeah, most of these fuckers you'll never see again.
Now my mom's addicted to heroin again. How was your spring break?
Exhausting? I thought everyone would just forget about the hangout promises I made over the winter.
The thing where you tell them you're really busy for midterms but should have time in the spring?
Yeah, I thought most of them would just forget.
Not when you're hot. They never forget when you're hot.
I'm hot?
You fish for compliments?
Whatever, yeah. So not a single free day to myself, having to meet dipshits X, Y, and Z at the mall, or the park, or the diner.
What kind of Mormon-ass bitch meets at a diner?
They all blend together, couldn't tell ya. Worst part is, I'm at this point where I'm too nice to even decline the follow-up hangouts.
Hey, let's do this again. Maybe next week, same time.
Yeah, so now it's the bullshit I put up with on break combined with the bullshit I put up with at school.
Really makes you question the whole point of niceness.
Being nice
Pretty
just
much.
traps you into these hostage friendships. Socializing honestly
You really
kinda
shouldn't be
sucks
that
now.
nice then.
You're starting to sound like that weird kid, Jeffrey.
Yeah, Jeffrey's one of my hangouts this week.
Oh my god, you're that far in? That's like church girl nice. Tell him to fuck off.
I can't. I feel like I'm at a point of no return. If I try to escape now, he'll just stalk me.
Don't be so cynical. We'll probably just murder you.
Yeah,
Dying
fair
would
enough.
be awesome right now, but I feel like there'd be strings attached with him.
You're dead. What could he possibly do?
Your body doesn't disappear when you die, so whatever his twisted little anime brain wants.
Ew, okay. But if he actually killed you, could I take your body to a taxidermist?
Yes.
Good to know. Have fun with your little date.
Not one sane person at this school. He's like, yeah, I would like to, have a life-size statue of you. For
This is
reasons.
your place, huh?
That's the third time you said that.
Sorry, yeah, today's just been wild, crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's the fourth time you said that.
Oh, pretty sweet your mom's out of town. You could throw a whole party, right?
If I liked people enough to let them destroy my house, then yeah, absolutely.
Aw, man, don't be a downer. You kind of remind me of this one girl from a local punk band around here. She kind of gets standoffish, too.
I'm standoffish.
No, not like it's a bad thing, just more like the band makes her image that. I think they were called, man, I can't even think right now.
It can't be that important then.
Has it really only been 20 minutes?
Yeah, it feels so much longer, doesn't
I
it?
just want to let you know, you're actually really pretty.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Pretty and, like, pretty cool, too. Your taste in music, it's like nothing I've ever heard before. You really know your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't. I had Sean Kingston on for the last hour.
Humble, too? Like, you're different.
No, she's just honest.
I'm not having sex with you.
Whoa, what are you talking about? Fucking you was like the last thing on my mind.
It absolutely was not.
Unless you'd want to.
You've worn the same Volcom socks for like 2 weeks.
So that's a no? It's cool if it is.
Yeah, I mean, ask yourself. Put your hand on your chest and ask your heart. Yes,
But
yes.
yeah, it might seem crowded now, but you should see this place on Friday.
What?
I said you should see this place on Friday.
Okay.
You see me at the hoops machine? I'm sick. You couldn't keep up.
Yeah, I really should have taken it more seriously. I'm 17 after all.
And the skee ball machine? Don't take it too hard. I make everyone look trash at it.
All of this behavior is telling.
Yeah, telling pussy ass bitches to suck my dick. I think I should start making rap songs. My dad has a MacBook.
Great idea. Marty Pence. Oh, this one great talk at the same time. I mean, I like that she interacts more with people, but she is kind of dying even more inside, which is fun to watch, actually.
Of what now?
The Doki Daisuke anime? You've been paying attention, right?
To the first 3 seasons, or you talking for the last 20 minutes? Actually, it's the same answer for both.
Yeah, I know. What were the writers thinking? I'm actually involved with an online group, and we're gonna reanimate season 4 the way the fans wanted it.
You really shouldn't.
Like a whole cartoon?
You should just take it. I know this problem. I know how it is. I've watched my fair share of relatively decent anime, only to see years later a second season pop up and just being shit. That's disappointing, but that is something you have to accept. Don't randomly, waste all of your time trying to reimagine it. It's far more work than it's worth it, honestly. That and the fact that people who are not getting paid are as unreliable of a workforce as you can reasonably get. Passion, and now this might sound a bit, pessimistic, but passion only gets you so far. Then comes the simple fact that, well, life requires money. Money requires usually for you to work for it, and that kinda means that working for free is really, 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 really not a good idea. Let's continue.
You want to join? We could use all the help we could get.
I guess. Animation takes a lot of time, right? At least you weird kids put your time towards something.
Oh, well, actually, we haven't found an animator yet. Yeah, but one of our friend's cousins might do it after he graduates from media school.
For free?
Yeah, just for the love of the show.
Oh, okay, I'm not joining then.
Huh? Why not?
There's no difference whether I join or not join because this will never be made.
Well, if you feel that way. Do you know why it's so hard to find animators?
Because you're not paying them.
Here, I even had to pay for my own shitty cheeseburger. I'm gonna start telling men I'm vegan so they stop trying to take me places.
Nicole.
But yeah, Kelly's a fucking whore and I hope she dies. End of discussion.
I'm not opposed to that stance. How about you, Nicole? Nicole?
Huh? Oh, sorry. I'm exhausted somehow.
You don't say.
Tuning out all lunch.
She's been down the being nice rabbit hole since spring break.
Poor new kid.
It's like you know they want to fuck, but they won't just ask, so you can reject them and put an end to the friendship.
How'd you even let it get to the point of a friendship anyway?
God damn it.
Fucking
That's much
pushover,
text, no need to read. I mean, you don't need to be well known, right? I mean, sure, if you're in a position where you are, financially speaking, safe enough that you can actually afford to get invested into a passion project that is not immediately going to earn you money, good for you. That's not true for most people. Budget. Yeah, that's the point. You have a budget. That means you have money to spend. If you have money to spend, yes, things get done. You don't? Well, surprise, you don't. That's the whole point. See, if you are already established, if you're working at a job, for example, as a writer, where you have, depending on how you watch this particular job, that is, some actual free time in between, and you're living off of mostly royalties you've already achieved and you will continuously get for the foreseeable future, yeah, sure, you can go for a passion project. Because it doesn't need to generate you money to just keep you fed. If you have then getting an offer that combines your passion with a budget, even if it's not a big budget, hell, you're still getting paid for it. That just works far better. That's kind of how it goes. As I said, passion is nice, and it always sounds nice that people are doing it for passion, but look really into what this passionate people are all about. Are they financially stable? Do they have the freedom, just financially the freedom, to actually engage with that? Most of them do. And if they don't, and if every day is a struggle just to get some fucking food, yes, you're not gonna last with passion alone. That's rather important. That doesn't mean that I'm, completely against passion projects. It's just that, even a passion project will require at some point some budget in order to, well, keep people on board. You can start, of course, something free of charge. I don't know what. For example, if you're making art or something, sure, you can. And you can always claim you're doing it out of passion, but at some point you might want to set up a Patreon page or something so you can actually earn some money off that. Because otherwise the amount of time you can reasonably invest and the amount of energy you have to reasonably invest is going to be very limited. Because as I said, before humans have time to engage with any sort of higher activity that is not directly tied to your survival needs to be ensured. The roof over your head needs to be sure. The food on your table needs to be sure. If you can make sure those things keep going, then you have time for passions. Passions are not necessary for survival. They're just a necessity. And believe you me, there are many people who work like 3 jobs and are still fucking poor as fuck who will tell you that yes, if you're working that much, there's really no time for anything else. These people have nothing to do, apart from working, to staying alive, which really shouldn't be the case, because everybody should have enough free time to at least engage with something. But that is the ideal. An ideal is not always reached. As I said, it's difficult. But passion is not a requirement for life. Indulging your passions also is not a requirement for survival. You get where I'm going with this. It's the harsh reality that we all live in, after all. Which is kind of sad, because, I would also like nothing else and spend every fucking day just indulging in my passions, because that would be cool and enjoyable, and would motivate me. But I'm well aware that that is not realistic, as should be everybody else who's not a fucking... well, I guess even a angsty teenager should be able to understand that. Or potentially, at least. The amount of times I've heard people say, like, to be fair, some people do get shit done, but it takes them a long time. I know one passion project of a guy that made a game way back when, German guy actually, and if you look at the game, it's not actually that long, it's not that complex, it's made in RPG Maker, so it's not the highest degree of sophistication, let's just say, that is possible. But the actual work time was not actually that high hour-wise, but the amount of time in years it took until this project was finished was ridiculous. Why? Well, because he could, of course, only spend a very limited time per week working on it. However, the guy had enough passion to keep doing this for fucking years on end until it was finished, which is, of course, nice. But he still needed to take care of everything else, including, the average day working. Just how it is. But well, enough philosophy about how, it is the poor man's, and the middle class man's, and pretty much every other humans, apart from the fact when you're born into fucking riches, and you will never have to work a day in your life anyway, in which case, well, go ahead, indulge yourself, if you so desire. The rest of us will look on and go like, hey, you're a bit of an asshole, aren't ya? But well, that's another topic for another day, one would say.
Hey, thank you for reminding me.
Oh no, don't be a bitch about it. Let's just enjoy our cancerous meatloaf in peace.
Fine, sorry.
Oh, Nicole, what's up? You still on for tonight?
Fucking Crispin!
What about me?
Don't worry about it. Yeah, I think so.
Cole, the concert's gonna be sick with you there.
Shit, that concert was tonight?
You are exhausted.
Who's playing?
Literal nobodies, just cover bands.
Why would you agree to that?
She's in too deep to say no.
Yeah, someone told me they saw you at a place with that weird Japan kid.
Wow, you actually went through with that.
You need to have some kind of limit.
How can I rank who and who not to hang out with when they're all equally shitty to me?
That's difficult, actually.
Are you suicidal?
Oh my god, don't just ask that.
Seriously, though?
Yes, very.
Yeah, me too.
Same. But you're not just suicidal. You're, like, depressed, too.
Maybe you should just blow off that concert.
But then I won't hear the end of it.
Can't please everybody.
Well, if you're suicidal, just go home and kill yourself. Then he's the asshole.
True, yeah.
Well, those are options. So I can go to a concert, it's a shitty concert, or I can stay home and kill myself. Wow, options. Why are kids so quick to go like, I'm just gonna kill myself? There's so many better options, Well, you can just engage with some hardcore gaming sessions. And after you played for like 24 hours and you for the first time get up and realize, shit, I haven't been to the toilet in like 24 hours, I haven't eaten anything in 24 hours, I'm tired, I need to go to the toilet, I'm hungry, and I'm feeling generally exhausted. You forget about that whole nonsense rather quickly. But well, pretty sure we made a save game, but we're gonna make a save game here again. Because, of course, we are going to now go for the final ending. And for the moment, give me 1 second, I need to take the phone, because it's blinking at me for some reason. I don't like when my phone blinks at me. It usually means somebody wants something from me. Also, this fucking thing is not loading again. Well, I think we have figured out that particular nonsense. So, I guess we go for the, do we go for concert, or will we kill ourselves first? Yeah, I guess we're gonna stay home and kill ourselves. That seems like a reasonable option, isn't it? Reasonable option. Well then, let's see how this lady plans to suicide herself.
Okay, that's off. Mom shouldn't be back from her date for another 4 hours, so that's plenty of time.
Mhm.
Are you kidding me? I just want to slice my wrist dramatically, and this is killing the whole vibe. Whatever, I want to die. Doesn't matter how.
Yeah, the classic one. Just cutting yourself, eh?
Oh, I forgot my wallet. Just getting it. Oh my God, Nicole!
Shit.
What?
What did you do to yourself?
Can I just die in peace?
No.
Where's the cordless? I'm calling an ambulance. It'll be okay, sweetie.
Yeah, it'd be a lot better if you just fucking left.
Your planning
Hello?
seems lacking.
Yes, my daughter attempted suicide. There's blood everywhere. Please send someone.
Well, that's not gonna end well for you.
What's it like to be happy? Like happy.
Like when, the new season
Sure, I
airs
can
and you
have
get something
fun,
good
think
immediately.
something's
Yeah,
cool,
happy.
Have a good time.
Hmm.
None of that outweighs wanting to die.
Not should,
Mom had
actually.
me locked up in a mental ward until my 18th birthday. So I learned what crazy pills actually do to you.
Hmm.
They don't make anyone happier.
Yeah, no,
Just
that's
more
not the point.
content with limbo.
Yeah, they're gonna make you
What sucks
content.
worse than killing yourself is fucking up killing yourself. You don't get to be a black and white headshot for eternity. You're just really awkward to hang out with.
Maybe your first conclusion should not be killing yourself. Maybe, just maybe, you should have considered some other options. Like, indulging yourself a little bit. Finding something you can be passionate about. I have to hear about you. You aren't even dead. Yeah, that sucks sometimes, doesn't it? It's like stars, all of these motherfuckers in movies and shit. I hate having to hear about them because I don't fucking give a shit what these people do with their lives. They die on a fucking overdose. What the fuck do I care? They're strangers to me. It's like, oh yeah, I guess that guy was in a movie at one point. It's like, okay, so what? The whole idea of celebrities I find rather disturbing. But oh well. It's like, oh no, he tried to kill himself. It's like, uh-huh. Did he succeed? Is he gonna be, like Kurt Cobain, the greatest joke to ever live? Because, well, shotgun to the head does leave a rather lasting impression. And people will make jokes at your expense for the next, I don't know, 50 fucking years or so. No? Okay, then I don't fucking care.